Welcome to Highfield, the Think Tank TV. I'm Kasoma Farouk of Uganda. There is a global debate about dominance in this world. Some people are raising arguments that USA is the most influential country. Others they are saying China. Others are saying Russia. This is a very hard discussion where USA is having so many followers, China is having so many followers, even Russia is having so many followers. I'm here on our great program, Thermometer, where we get the best brains to discuss issues globally. So today I'm asking, what is the most influential country in the world today? You can cite issues of economy, politics, and everything. I'm here with them. They are going to make a clear analysis. We don't get average people on this platform. We get people who can think beyond thinking. Now, Jauhan, what's your take on this? What is the most influential country in the world?
For me, according to me, I take USA as the most influential country.
Yes. Why?
Because of the following.
Yes.
First of all, USA, as is known the best in the big power countries, its economy, militarily, and even its modern ways different from the others.
Yes.
For instance, America introduced there are many apps on the phones, influential ones, but the owners or the founders are initially African, initially USA members. So that makes USA to be, in fact, to be on the top of all the great.
That's what you are saying in terms of technology. USA is leading. Yeah? Thank you very much. It's like, sir, it's like you are against the argument. I don't know how to convince.
I'm not against the argument, but I'll kind of critique the argument because, according to me, I say yes. To a lesser extent, America might be very influential when it comes to business. All the greatest business moguls are in America. You see all the biggest innovations are from America. All the tech startups, all the businesses are in America. But I say Uganda is the best country in the whole world. But
Uganda is the
best country in the whole world.
You are talking this in the mind of your mind, or you are just talking about it?
The thing is, leaders see the bigger part. They don't see the inner. They don't see the surface.
Okay.
You have to penetrate the core. And ask yourself why Uganda. I'll tell you this: Uganda has the capacity, has the ability to have a GDP, gross development product, that's better than the United States itself. What we have to is the question. First of all, we have the belief. We have all the resources at our disposal. We have all the resources at our disposal. And to tell you this, America has built what it has today from Africans. They took the slaves from us in the 19th century. And all the buildings you see there, everything is because of Africans. They come here, they establish their companies, and you see them as influential people. What's the problem here? The problem is Ugandans are also going to. Now this is where brain drain comes in. What do I mean? Just because they think America is the greatest country, they fly to those countries, develop them, instead of staying here. The country that has a lot of resources on its disposal and try hard to make sure Uganda stands as the best country in the whole world.
I know you're a businessman.
I want to make that happen.
I know you're a businessman.
That's the reason we stand
here. What I'm saying, the issues are in business is about branding. I think USA has branded itself. Great countries like Russia, China have great brands.
That's what you think. That's what they want you to see. But there's something that you're not seeing. And it's your duty as Ugandans to find out what you have to see. In most cases, life won't just show itself. When it comes to opportunities, you have to dig hard. And what do we see here? You people have been blinded by the splendid rumors of America, this and this, that and that. The problem is you're not getting time for yourself. These people are creating this unity in you. You're not getting time to focus on the big thing. Focus on the big picture. Make Uganda great. Understand? And that's what I focus on. I do business. And why do I do business in Uganda? I can go to America because I have the money, but I know Uganda has the potential.
Mata, we are going to come back on that. Now, Bukenya, are you supporting America's influence? I don't know your take on this.
One time, Socrates seated down with an apple Told the students an apple has different sides. Has different texts like the world. No one captures the influence unless when they have been able to chew that apple up. And you'll never chew it on the sides.
Okay.
If an apple is influence and every country wants to take a bite, they will all take their portion of influence. We would find out that if you were to bite an apple 4 times, 4 countries may have influence. Five countries. It's about the time. She says USA. Well, technically USA is a country that spread a propaganda of its supremacy from the start of World War I, 1970. When USA managed to chase away the British colonizers on Cinco de Mayo, 5th of May, by the Mexicanos, realized that USA's supremacy began. USA is supreme when it comes to being the world commercial center, where all world commerce is gathered up. But then when we look at Europe, we are having Britain as a supreme when it comes to the world influential center. Why would it be Britain? Because basically USA was under Britain, and when we look at the most substantial way, they are even under neocolonialism right now.
But Kenya, I hear that Britain is like hearing and taking whatever USA is saying. I don't know what you are talking about.
Do you know that we do not do something unless there is a cause for that to happen?
Okay.
The reason why I told you an apple is beaten a lot of times because number one, when we come to religion, USA ain't dominating. We have in countries like Saudi Arabia that are having people who come together around every year, every day, every month to just be there. Now let's go to our aspect of industrialization. China is basically booming up in industrialization. No country takes it over there. When we come to the aspect of oil and refinery, we are going to Russia, a country that is in the suburbs of the north and has no fault, but rather has more oil than everything. Come to the country that is basically in all the textile and the growth of clothes, then we're going to have Britain, which is having Louis Vuitton, which is having Oxford, all the other clothes. Now we go to a country like USA, which everything summed up when you put it together falls inside USA so that they can distribute. So if we're speaking of influence, due to the current situation the world is in, I basically give it to no country. May God help the country that will fight for it attain it. Because we say Elon Musk, he's not a USA, he's from South Africa. When you speak of people like Bill Gates, they are having some British blood in them. When speaking of people that all these things show
Kenya, are you creating theories or you are factual in what you are doing? You are talking Elon Musk is a South African?
Yeah. Elon Musk is a South African. Do you stand on me or you say I'm lying?
I stand on you.
So when we look
you are standing with him because you are an African, or you are basing on facts and that
it's not an African. We are basing on facts.
Actually born from South Africa.
Okay.
Yeah. Elon Musk was because the grandfather, if you listen to the story when Elon Musk is presenting his testimonies, he says how the grandfather came to South Africa. So he's a South African.
So you are agreeing with him that he's in South Africa. Okay, you can continue.
Master, I tell you one thing that this world doesn't see. The most influential country, and I mean the most influential country, is the United States of Africa.
Exactly.
United States of Africa?
Exactly. Yes. But we have been living in United States of Africa for so long that we have gotten exploited in a way that without Africa the world won't grow. With Africa the world stands.
It's like you are using emotions in this.
I'm not using emotions, Master. If I were to use emotions, I'll start crying that Uganda. No. I'm speaking a fact. Okay. If you look at everything that develops, everything that the world would want, they picture Africa. World Food Hub, Africa, Pearl of Africa, Pearl of the world.
Let me first ask, as we are taking part on this, Jawhar, it's like they are watering all your arguments. They are saying that whatever you have said, it is like you are living from another planet, like you are from another planet.
Actually,
I don't know even why you are in this debate, because they are watering whatever you're saying.
No, as the wise man says, you have to give everybody a chance to talk.
Okay.
Yeah. And after hearing their views, I have told them that they shouldn't forget the fact that they get all the support from the what? From the USA. That's why Uganda right now, as you said, is not an Eastern talk.
Okay.
According to the industries that are in Uganda, famous ones, Coca-Cola, they are all the owners of
Yes.
those companies are all in America.
So that's the support you're speaking about. Those guys
Leave
establish in our
alone
funds in our
that's
countries,
not
that's
the
the
only
support.
support.
We
Actually,
don't need their
it's
funds in their country.
technologically.
We need domestic, we need our domestic companies. We have
Master, you are saying we can
and
support.
all that support. When you say Coca-Cola, you call that support. That's competition.
Okay, Master, let me challenge your mind. Can we survive without funds from the lead country?
We can make our own funds. I won't say that we can't make our own funds. We have the capacity. That's a belief. That's why we're still behind, because we have members that have negative mindset.
They are talking so much about issues concerning about belief system. What's the belief system? I'm not getting.
The belief system is a mindset that was created for us humans not to know what's happening if it is happening. This world lives in a dilemma whereby the truth is not true unless when it has shown itself. If hidden, it will stay not true. If I am USA, I would spread a propaganda of no problem happening in me. But let us ask a question, where did the Hawaii fires go? Let us ask a question, where did the explosion of Hawaii Mountain that claimed the most beautiful island as they claim Hawaii to its ground? Do we hear any influence coming from Hawaii? No. Let's leave that apart. Where did the Miami earthquakes, the Miami hurricanes, typhoons, all those go? Nowhere. Texas tornadoes, nowhere. But when Africa had the fall of Libya and Morocco, one earthquake in Morocco and the dams bursting in Libya, we became the top story of the day. That is what belief runs on. They make you see that they are good. Hidden, they are bad. Why do they run from their countries to Uganda, to Kenya?
You mean
Everyone
America?
know it.
You mean America is using propaganda to dominate this world? It's not real.
The propaganda we see is that I have something that I have better than you. I will put out a picture of my good clothes, clean, shining shoes.
Yes.
I will hide the dirty and bad, smelly shoes.
That now the issue is, as you know, in business, brand making is very important. Why is it that Africa doesn't rise up and believe in the principles of business?
That is the principle.
The thing, Africa is trying.
Yes.
Africa, Dangote is trying. We can't say we're not trying. We're trying very hard. But when she comes and says that we're seeing companies like Coca-Cola in our countries and you call that support, that's any support. We need these companies out of our countries.
Okay.
We need our own countries to flourish. How will our companies flourish? Our companies will flourish without competition. Our companies will flourish without these foreign funds. We can do this. We can do better. Coca-Cola is nothing. I can do the next Coca-Cola if this Coca-Cola isn't here. That's a problem I have today.
You want to create your own Coca-Cola?
Coca-Cola is nothing. Coca-Cola is nothing. In Africa,
Let us listen from Jawara.
Yes. Which is competing with mine. Which is already known in the country, it will be down.
Who says so? Who says so?
Mine, which is
Do
already
you know
known in the
business?
country.
Do you know business?
I know very well.
Or you just sitting here? Do you know
I know very
business?
well.
So I tell you the rules of business.
Yes.
Being the first in the industry doesn't guarantee success in the business.
Okay.
I tell you this. Toyota was one of the first firms in the car industry. But I tell you this. Tesla has just emerged into the car industry. But today, what do we see? Tesla is one of the richest companies in the whole world.
Master.
So being first in business doesn't guarantee you success in the industry.
So the idea is,
You can-
Bukenya,
you can come-
as we are concluding this issue, Bukenya, you mean Africa should rethink the strategy? The African leaders are just sleeping when the world is moving on. That's what you are saying? Because African leaders are trying to convince the world that they are rising up.
No
What-
African leader is convincing the world, but we're just playing on the snaps of white. That is the basis of neocolonialism. Not this basis of us sitting in class and they tell us they give us English. What? We do basically know that if it's language, we all need a language that unifies us. But what basically drives and crashes these guys' cases and puts up a case that stands, the world of efficiency, the world of supremacy never ends. Because I will be supreme today, you will be supreme the next time. It's because Africa as a country is having influence with the whites. I'm going to build a company. It will be crushed by the white companies in a blink of an eye. The reason why you will never put up a new Coca-Cola, because the man owning Coca-Cola can easily cause your company to degrade by just putting up new franchise or putting up new states. The reason why USA is still on the top is because they started the strategy. One builds no nation. One makes strategy.
Okay.
But
okay,
we will never succeed.
Okay, let me go to Matai. Issues concerning about business. The issue is in business, in the laws of economics, the law of demand and supply. You mean if Africa like rises up today and brings a commodity, let's say on the level of Coca-Cola, can the issue of demand and supply work in 1 minute?
First of all, let me first make some corrections when it comes to your question.
Yes.
You say when someone makes a company like Coca-Cola.
Yes.
In Africa, we don't make companies like Coca-Cola. In Africa, we make companies better than Coca-Cola. That's the potential that Africa has.
Where are you getting this mindset?
Because I'm an African.
Okay.
We have a lot of resources in our disposal.
Okay.
So we are the greatest people that industry has seen. I tell you this, our unmatched specificity coupled with sheer ability makes us a free opponent in any realm of this world.
Okay. Okay, thank you very much. We are going to go ahead with this kind of debate and please stay on and I wish you well.